ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim, where still at 60 FPS since it seems to be working out okay. I'm working out the kinks in the encoding process because it's still a little bit fuzzy in places where I'd like it not to be, but it's the second 60 FPS episode I've done was a marked improvement on the first, in my opinion, but we'll see. Anyway, we're in Greywater Grotto where we met an individual called Fiona, I think. Fiona. It's sort of a Scandinavian spelling of the name, but yeah, she kind of annoyed me, to be honest with you. Not gonna lie, but it was a bit different. As opposed to running in just yet another cave full of Falmouth, which is what I was actually expecting. And there we are. We're going to be heading north now because we're going up to find a cave called Dim Hollow, where there are vampires, apparently. So we're going there because we're helping out the Dawnguard with their little quest to destroy all vampires or whatever. Or just, you know, destroy the nasty ones, let's hope. We did have Among the Hiss with us, our Argonian friend, but he seems to have disappeared, so it's just me and Greg at the moment. So yeah, I suppose we better get on with it. I'm just hanging around in here at the moment because there's a blizzard outside and it's kind of chilly, so yeah, we better go. I'm using a new microphone, by the way. Well, it's not really a new microphone, it's a different one though. It's my old blue Snowball, which I suppose is ironically quite appropriate right now, but I don't know, I was going back and listening to... Oh, what the... Yeah, just hold on 1 second there, Arctic Wolf. Jesus. Oh, there isn't a blizzard right now, which is nice, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I was going back and looking at some of my really older videos, much older videos, which I was still using the blue Snowball with, and to be honest with you, I kind of feel like the sound quality from the Snowball is actually better than my Rode Podcaster. Unedited anyway, and not mucked around with. So yeah, given the got out the old Snowball, mounted it on the boom arm, and we'll give it a whirl, see what you guys think. Might all just be in my head, but I think it sounds better, to be honest with you. I think it sounds clearer and more crisp, and it's a bit bassier as well. I think the main downside to it was the fact that it picks up a lot of background noise. This thing, a bit, yeah, definitely a bit more than the Rode Podcaster, because it's not omnidirectional or whatever. And back when I had a very noisy computer with lots of loud fans on it, that was actually a bit of an issue. But these days, not so much, because I've got my the new PC, which has all the sound dampening on it, and it's also positioned very, very far away from the microphone. So anyway, we'll see. We shall see. Audio quality, as far as my microphone is concerned, is something I obsess over to an almost, you know, unhealthy degree, to be honest with you. So you'll have to bear with me. But you know, anything I can do to sort of hopefully vaguely improve the quality of the videos I make, you know, is worth doing. I think really that's why I've managed to try and adopt some 60 FPS stuff recently, because I've found a way to do it without, you know, eating up an entire hard drive in the process of recording one video, which is the main reason I didn't do it before, honestly. The performance impact doesn't seem to be too bad because I've got the hardware encoding, because I have an NVIDIA GPU. By the way, if there's anyone out there thinking of building a PC and wants to make videos with it, I strongly...
For the sons of Skyrim.
Are you kidding me? I strongly recommend getting an NVIDIA GPU as opposed to an AMD one, simply because NVIDIA supports a lot more in the way of encoding and things like that. Let's go this way. Let's pop into Riverwood and we can go drop into the inn and warm up and get something to eat or something, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what we get on. Oh, it doesn't have a built-in pop filter, this thing. That's one downside to it as well. And the Rode has a built-in pop filter, and basically that what a pop filter does is it filters out some of the harsh sounds when you're speaking into it. And I do apologise if I just blur out your eardrums then, actually, as a result of that. They're called plosive sounds, essentially, and they can sometimes get a bit distorted on a microphone if you don't have a pop filter. I do have an old pop filter knocking around, but the thing is just really huge and unwieldy, and to be honest with you, if you install it onto the boom arm, it gets in the way. Like, it almost covers up my screen. I can barely see anything. So we'll see how we get on. If the plosives, I think that's what they're called. I hope I'm not getting that wrong. If the plosives are too distorted and weird, I might change my mind. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, great! It's you. Give me a minute, mate. Let me get off my horse. You ambush me with whatever it is you want. Come on then. Come on then. What is it? What is it?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
You son of a bitch. I'm gonna kill you one of these days. Punch you right in your smug, ugly little face.
Nothing.
Get out of here.
Watch it.
Piss off.
Be careful.
Anyway.
I don't owe you money, do I?
You're new around.
I hate that little man. Oh, it's Hearthfire. I haven't seen him in ages. Jesus. Oh, don't do the weird free kick, cover your balls maneuver when you've got a shield out, you dimwit. Honestly. If you've never watched a game of soccer or football, as we call it here in the UK, you will have no idea what on earth I was talking about just now, but never mind. I do love this Warhammer. It looks so freaking cool. It's just it looks like Mjolnir, you know. It looks like Thor's mighty hammer. It's so awesome. It also does ridiculous damage, although it doesn't do electricity damage, which maybe would have been more appropriate. It does fire damage though.
This is a local favorite and one of the first.
Although since it's made of ebony and fire is sort of Claudius's element, if you like. Seems appropriate. Oh, for the love of shut up!
Sure. What can I do for you?
Can you take a break, please?
Sure. My voice could use a rest.
You're damn right it could.
The last time I visited home, think I've forgotten what a proper bed looks like, let alone feels like.
Oh, it's Gore. Hi, Gore. You found any dragon burgers yet? What's on your mind?
Business, friend. Business. Perhaps when our adventuring days are over, we can open the finest Torker stew shop in Skyrim. That, or a brothel. Seems like Skyrim needs more of both.
Good luck with that.
Alright then.
Is prostitution illegal in the Empire? There's a question for the law nerds. I would assume probably, but you never know. The Empire's a bit anachronistic like that, you know. They sort of behave a bit more like a modern country, even though they are very distinctly Roman and, or, you know, almost medieval in their makeup and their appearance and everything. It's sort of weird. Elder Scrolls games tend to be a bit like that, though, to be honest with you. They can be quite anachronistic. Especially Oblivion. That was the worst of the lot when it came to that sort of thing. That was a little bit... that pushed the boat out a little too far, really, as far as I'm concerned. Morrowind was... and yes, I know, if you're playing the old... every time Dave mentions Morrowind drinking game, take a fucking drink. You bastards. But because that game was so devoted to building up this sort of weird bizarro culture with its own sort of strange rules and things, it wasn't terribly anachronistic at all. It was quite the opposite. It was full of slavery and strange laws and all that sort of thing. Hello, Whiterun. I don't know if we're actually going to bother stopping, to be honest. I suppose we could go trot on up to your Vasca and see if Roderick Redbeard's back. Not that we needed any more distractions, but hey. Oh, it's nice and sunny. For how long, though? I know what you're like, Kinnereth. Yeah, alright then, we'll go have a look for Roderick. I don't see why not. Maybe see if he's got anything for us to do. We can sort of do along the way too, hopefully. Dim Hollow, perhaps. Although Dim Hollow is definitely the priority. Since we're meeting this other fellow there, and we really don't want to keep him waiting. God knows what'll happen if we do. I seem to run a lot slower with the mason shield. I don't know if that's my imagination or what, but I think I do. Look at that longbow. It's ridiculous. It's completely insane. It's not really so much the size, it's just the design of it is just nuts. I'm glad I installed that realistic bows mod or whatever it was called. Some people were just sort of like, it makes it all look boring and the same, but yeah, but that's the thing is, dude. In case you didn't know, bows are kind of like that, medieval ones, you know, they all kind of do look very similar. But actually, in spite of that, I think they do look quite nice, because they all have their own unique thing, like the glass bow and the ebony bow, etc., etc. But they're, you know, based on real-world designs. They're not in an immersion-breaking way, more in a sort of, you know, it makes sense and obeys the laws of physics sort of a way.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the
Which this
passing of
particular
time.
bow here, I don't know. It has this sort of composite longbow sort of a look about it, but I still think it's a bit too thick and cartoonish. But you can't argue with the fact that it has Dragon Rend on strike, so. Oh, you know what? I'm actually in a nice mood for once, Vignar. So I'm not gonna start spewing insults and death threats at you for once. But I can't promise you that's gonna last much longer. Roderick, you disgusting man. How are you doing? Do you have any more work for me?
Oh, it's good that you ask, because it has come to my attention that there is another sacred artifact out there. It would be good for the companion's prestige for you to recover this item. It stems from some ancient Nord crazy person named Jorund. He had the big axe, he killed people. It's a familiar story, right? It is now in some dwarven place overrun with the nasty blind Falmer people. You know, I've seen Falmer and killed a few. The women, so ugly. No, not even I would touch, and I would do, believe me, very open to experimentation, but no, not with the Falmer ladies. The item you're supposed to retrieve is Skeeter Skull. It is a special chamber pot used by your... You might say, why are we recovering a chamber pot? This was a chamber pot used by a succession of great heroes very long ago, including Jorund himself. The fact that it contained the fecal matter of such celebrated heroes would make it a great addition to your Vasker. This group of idiots should take all the help they can get, even if it is in the form of ancient feces. You always succeed in delving into the dark places and getting the special thing and bringing it back. It's a very special gift. When you come back, we'll talk about, say, partnering up for future jobs. Try not to get killed.
Okie doke. Couldn't make this shit up, could you? Do you worship Talos, by the way? Apparently I'm asking you this.
Oh, of course. Openly, too. I have no fear of the Talmor. We revere Talos, where I come from in Agerham. In fact, Agerham was only settled a few hundred or so years ago by Nords from Skyrim, and we carry many of the same cultural and religious practices, but are just a touch more on edge, I suppose. We're a little more Nord than many of the Nords, if that makes sense. Whereas the Skull focus on the hunting and wearing the heavy fur and worshipping their strange fake god, we tend to focus on, like I said, the fighting, the drinking, and the procreation at maximum level. We take pride in all these things. It is not just idle boast about the lovemaking and the killing. Oh, that is my life, and I am just average Sverd, believe me.
Will you ever return to Agerheim?
Oh, I would love to return, but I just don't know yet. 2 decades is a short time for us in terms of the blood feuds. Some of these things span generations. They never end, in fact. I'm afraid it's a sad but enduring feature of our culture. It is great when we unify against exterior threat. One time we had the pirates come up, bloodhawkers or something. They were idiots. And we clanged the sword and the shield together. We said we kill. All the families who normally hate each other, they rallied. We went out. We killed many, sacrificed a few to Talos, and the rest we blood-eagled. And it was a great feast with the blood eagles all around. You know how they have the theater in Solitude? We have our own version. It is a big rock. We take the captive, we blood eagle while we eat and drink, and when they scream, we cheer. We give a great toast to each scream. It is a great festival for us.
Oh, I already know what this is, but what? I'm going to ask anyway. What is a blood eagle?
Oh, truly, you do not know what this is? Blood eagle is special for this fair. This is when we take a captive. We make a slice on the back, on each side. We cut the ribs connecting to the backbone. Then we peel them back, and it makes wings like the eagle. Then we pull their lungs out while they're still kind of like throbbing and they're trying to breathe. I mean, they don't last long. And then we pull them over, and they look like a fat, bloody pigeon. I mean, it's supposed to be an eagle, but it looks more like a pigeon. It is wonderful. You know, I had my first sex with older lady while the Blood Eagle Fest went on. I was under a table. It was Miss Longshoes. You know, she was older, and she said, "Oh, the Blood Eagle make me excited." I said, "Oh, I help you, Miss Longshoes." She did all the right things, and I felt so good. It made me mad. And so, for me, Blood Eagle, it is a special moment. See you later.
Whoa, I think I might be sick. Let's just go. Okay. Where's the sacred chamber pot of whatever his name was? I don't know. Joran's price. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Sure. Maybe not. Maybe later. I suppose we can pick it up on the way to grabbing to get into the Lost Temple at Revekheim. Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll go to an ancient, hallowed fane of the dragon priests of yore, and then immediately afterwards we'll go grab the sacred chamber pot. Right. The sacred duties of the Dragonborn, Greg. What more can I honestly say?
I spend a lot of time at the market.
Apparently Claudius is hungry right now, but I disagree. Not after that conversation. Blood Eagle thing, by the way, if you're curious, he's not making that up. It was a Viking thing. in real life. Oh, I'm reasonably sure the Vikings didn't take quite so much pleasure in the act as Roderick here does, but you know, it's not purely fiction. We'll put it that way. And yes, I mean, you know, that ties in with his subtle little comment there that the Sverad were more Nord than most Nords, because, you know, you have the Nords in Skyrim, and you know, this ties into what I was talking about before about things being very anachronistic, because the Nords in the Elder Scrolls actually bear subtle resemblance to the to sort of medieval and Dark Age Scandinavia of reality. Aside from maybe like the general aesthetic of their clothes and buildings, but you know, beyond that, they couldn't be more different. They were a bit more similar, I recall, in earlier games. Judging by some of the lore and stuff and that kind of thing. Right, Dim Hollow, that away. The question is how we're going to get to it, because it looks to me like a bloody great mountain here. I suppose we could just go as the crow flies and hope for the best. What time is it? It's 5 PM. You know what? If we're going to go out into the night, I want to grab some firewood before we do so. I wonder if the Khajiit have got a chopping block here somewhere. Yes, except someone's using it. Damn. Most of the things in this game, you can just activate the thing and the NPC will stop using it, but I've noticed chopping blocks, you can't. They will chop that sodding wood until the end of time if necessary. They just won't let it go. Still no sign of Among the Hist. I think he's just gone. I think we'll have to chalk him up to I don't know. I guess he just decided to wander off and do his own thing. Is that Nazim? It is, isn't it? Ugh. Well... Maybe one of these farmsteads has got a chopping block? You would have thought so. I know you can just sort of harvest random wood using the menu thing, but it takes a long time to do. You know, you lose like an hour in game time or something like that, and the whole time you're doing it, you're slowly freezing to death. So it's much better to chop the wood beforehand if you can. And honestly, at this point, I'm beginning to think I should probably just spend the night in Jorvaska. Because it's already getting pretty dark. Yeah, screw it. Oh my word. Okay. You know what? I was about to say we've not seen one of you in a while. Christ alive. There's not a lot of cover out here, is there? This is going to be awkward. Right. You know what? I'm going to put on my big scary anti-dragon mask. Where is it? Or one of my scary anti-dragon masks. What kind of dragon is this? It looks like an electronic one. I mean, a lightning one, perhaps? Not electronic dragon. Wow, okay. Which of these sodding things is the anti-lightning one? I think it's Azadal. I'm not sure, though. Oh, that's fire resistance, right? Never mind. No, it's the one with, yeah, that one, the Z one. There we go. Right. I do love that mask. It looks so cool. You little bastard, right? Big bastard, I suppose. Oh yes. Have some dragon rend. What's this bow actually called? It's not called dragon rend, is it? Oh, it is. Yeah. So there you go, yeah, have some dragon rend. Thought I was going to miss that, to be honest with you. Yeah, this fella's had it. Come on then. Critical strike for massive damage. Hell yeah. You don't mess with me, chump. You definitely do not mess with me. You used to, but not anymore. I could have just used Bend Will and flown all the way to Dim Hollow. Now I think about it, but oh well. Yep, Dragonborn. I know, old news, guys. Come on, really. Right. You know what? There's not even any point in taking this crap. I suppose I could make Dragonbone armor with it somewhere down the line, but ugh.
It's like the ancient legends.
I've got so much money, and so very little carrying capacity. 31,000 gold. I mean, come on.
I don't even know what to say.
Right, the question is, where the bloody hell? That's Reg's horse. Where? Oh, you know what? Screw it. Ah, there you are. It was just so dark and dim I couldn't actually see you when you were standing still. Yep. Calm down. It's dead now. Okay, dragon's dead. It's fine. Also, I'm wearing the big scary mask of doom. That might have something to do with it. There we go. Alright then, it is about 7 o'clock in the morning. Claudius is looking pretty grumpy. I don't blame him. It's pretty early. And we're going to go to Dim Hollow. Simple as that. Now, I'm sure there will already be people commenting. That dragon was killed way too easy. And I argue it was killed very easily, yes, but not too easily. Because, I mean, let's think about this for a minute. I'm level 50. Level 50, okay? I'm equipped with a bow called Dragonrend, which is designed specifically to kill dragons. More to the... Oh, hello! Among the Hist, you've finally decided to join us. Where the hell have you been? Whatever. Well. We've got company for this journey. Excellent. Right then, well. Right, okay, well we better, yeah, just go north, I suppose. Looks like there's a mountain pass up there we might be able to take. Yeah, I'm level 50. I have the Dragonren longbow. And, yeah, more to the point, I have killed and absorbed the soul of the greatest dragon slayer pretty much ever in Mirac. We have reached a point, I feel, where dragons should fear me and not the other way around. Having said that, that was also the regular dragon, i.e. the lowest tier of dragon in the entire game, and yeah, he did go down pretty fast. And remember, he not only had me shooting at him, he had everyone else shooting at him too, so... Although I'm pretty sure I could still have taken him one-on-one. But, yeah. Just bear that in mind before the inevitable complaints about it being too easy start rolling in. I earned this, okay? Go back and watch the older videos if you've forgotten, but I struggled so long and so very hard. I did, Greg, I did. I struggled. As a lowly, pencil-pushing peon when I arrived in Skyrim. Skinny little bastard who had never lifted anything heavier than a particularly, you know, heavy stack of folders or something. Those Stormcloaks, I do believe they are. Excuse me, good morning, you're in my hold, piss off. You know, Thane of Whiterun, you may be familiar with me, I'm not sure. Get out of my tundra. Oh, good heavens, there's loads of them. Bandits as well, okay. Anyway, moving on. Alright, left or right? Left or... Ah, up the middle, why not? Ooh, misses. I hope this isn't a dead end, or I'm going to look very silly. No, okay. This should take us up near that place where Lydia bought the farm, shouldn't it, actually? Come to think of it. Can't remember what it was called. That was pretty weird. I you know, let fly the arrow, and then suddenly it just all turned to the left by itself. That wasn't me. I didn't touch anything. Lovely weather, he says. This is the cue for it to start snowing, of course. What the? What's this then? This little shriny thing here. I've not seen this. Hello. Looks dwarven. Oh, piss off. Where are you? I can hear you. Oh, there's a few of you. What is with my bow at the moment? Can't seem to hit anything for toffee at the moment. Oh, I've got an invisible hammer thrown into the bargain as well. Awesome. You know what? I'm just going to run, because apparently I'm having issues right now. There we go, that's better. Oh, you little... Oh, come on! Thank you. Hood goes on, because it's cold. Let's check out this then. It's a Shrine of Mara. You're alright, Mara. You haven't done anything to earn my ire. Actually. Good for you, Mara. I'm just going to take these snowberries, hope you don't mind. They'll do me more good than you. I'm just saying, you're a god. You don't exactly need snowberries. Did I just commit a horrible sacrilege? I'm really not sure. Anyway. I think Claude is getting a bit big for his boots, to be honest with you. This whole Dragonborn thing's definitely gone to his head. Alright, you're all on horseback again. Right, we shall continue then, northwards. I love that effect, the snow just sort of, you know, I don't know what you'd call it, just sort of being splashed up as I pass. It's a footprints mod, I think. Adds that. Ouch. Hello, there's a dragon roost over there. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know that. I certainly do not have a magic compass that tells me where everything is. That would be silly. Although I'm having to use it at the moment because we weren't exactly given any directions to Dim Hollow, were we? Is that a giant? Some sort of large variety of troll? It's a bit different, whatever it is. Oh crap. I think Among the Hist has just pissed it off, whatever it is. It's a frost giant. Okay. No match for, what did I call this thing? Codlag's Revenge or something. Something, yeah, daft like that. Let's have a look at this guy then. You're one ugly motherfucker. Yeah, he's got like 4 eyes. What the hell? You are one strange creature. A giant tusk. we just found a Yeti. Now then. This way. Tempted to just go and have a look where the stairs lead, but, you know. It's freezing, sodding cold. We can't dilly-dally about. I have a feeling we may have actually been past Dim Hollow once or twice before. This little, I wouldn't call it a road, but you know, path seems familiar. It's a husky who will probably attack us. Just doesn't know what's good for him. Dim Hollow Crypt. There we are. The old GPS seems to think this is the place, folks. So let's pile on in. You two, Monk Hiss, don't you go wandering off again. Might need you. Right then, among the Hist, you said you're a vampire hunter. I strongly suspect that I'm hungry again. Oh my god, I need to go on a diet.